Okay, I'm going to briefly talk about diet, sleep, and recovery, but like I said, it's not my area of expertise. So I will include a few resources for you to check out. I'm going to tell you that the nutritional demands for a postpartum woman is definitely, like I said, beyond my scope. But what I can tell you is that a postpartum woman, breastfeeding or not, requires enough calories with or without supplementation that will supply the demands of postpartum recovery. My concern comes when women are so focused on losing the baby weight that they cut calories and become obsessed with losing weight. You have to be aware of the importance of meeting the energy demands of your basal metabolic rate. So this means what it just takes to keep your organs functioning, what you are just burning by living your life. And then when we add on the rest of your metabolism, we talk like, okay, your physical activity and then your exercise. But basal is like what you burn just to run your body, live your life, and to recover, like what it takes to even allow your body to recover. When I reflect on my early career, I recognize time when some of my patients just weren't getting better. They weren't getting the results they wanted. And as I reflect back on the problem, I realized that I was probably feeding into the problem. Why? Well, I was having them, exercise with me. I was encouraging them to do more physical activity on top of what they were already doing, because not all the time did I restrict it. That not as big of an issue as I wasn't emphasizing the importance of fuel. And I can't take all the blame because I do mention it. I say this is what all goes into your healing, and you have to make a decision if you're going to listen or not. So when you don't give your body the fuel that it needs, it goes into survival mode. And there's a range. Like a lot of times this isn't easily identified. Non-essential physiological functions are shunted. And the most obvious symptoms or systems that are impacted are bone metabolism, your immune system, and your fertility. But when those become like outwardly obvious, it's pretty significant at that point. But here's what I want you to look out for: depression, excessive fatigue, low energy that's not relieved by sleeping. And let's be, if your baby's not crying and you still can't sleep, like, what's going on? Recurrent injuries, stress fractures, a big one for period problems, and that don't fall within the norm of, if you're breastfeeding or not breastfeeding, and trouble with concentration and mental focus. So there is, when you're fluctuating estrogen levels after pregnancy, your hormones are recovering. So I'm talking like, you be aware of it and don't cut calories. You got to eat enough. Be reasonable. Don't eat too much too. So find a balance, and don't do it on your own. Find help, good help. Next thing is sleep and recovery. So similar to diet, you can't expect to heal and recover efficiently if you're not sleeping. Well, why? Because sleep is the time that your body builds and is replenished. It's the time where your tissues are rebuilt. During your postpartum recovery, make sure you consider your sleep quality when it comes to exercise. Like, understand that if you're not sleeping well, your exercise and physical performance in life will ultimately suffer, and you shouldn't be trying to break records at this time.